So, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. I am off to Tirley Court. We're on Pete's Lake. It's like Larry's match. Well, Laurie. We've been calling him Larry for years. Didn't even realise it was Laurie. But he's unfortunately not there. So Mark Howes is running the match. So it's like the moaning sods. I think there's 11 of us fishing. We're on the grass bank and on the beach, so it should be decent fishing hopefully. For those who don't know it, Pete's Lake is just solid with carp and a lot of rudd, so the rudd can be a little bit of a nuisance. So basically all I've got is pellets, more pellets and some corn, and that is going to be my attack. So down the edges with corn, micras, maybe paste, and then paste short, pellets long, and then maybe a lead or a feeder or something if it's fishing hard, which hopefully that's not going to happen. Fingers and toes crossed. So hopefully it should be half decent. Anyway, we will see. Do you reckon the shallows will be very good then?
Yeah.
Was it?
All the weights. First weigh in, our bank didn't weigh in. I had £32 on the clicker after 3 hours. And I weighed in £18. Phil Agger's on his first 200, 300,
yeah,
200,
peg one would be amazing today with the wind in the room.
Yeah, okay.
Dan? So the first part of the match was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. I did catch 3 down the edge, just playing one now, look. And then I did catch a few short, but I couldn't line them up. 11 metres on pace was okay, but a few missed bites and millions of rudd. So in hindsight, definitely should have fed my pellets dry, and I should have fished our pellets out long. Tried pinging the bomb with hard pellets and fishing a lead over the top and a method, and unbelievably I didn't catch anything. Tried a method short, caught a few on that, but I had quite a few like really aggressive liners and stuff, and they're just gone. I see like the old bow wave going out, so the fish were really cagey to begin with. So I'd been better off fishing 13 metres, I think, in hindsight, fishing hard pellets, nice light rig, and flicking it around. But hey, you live and learn. I haven't fished this venue for a long time. And I just thought naively I'll larpin loads of bait and just catch on paste, and that did not happen the first part of the match, so I did come stone last. Right, so first part of the match has not gone well at all. I've only had £70, so I think I am literally last. So Ryan next to me has had 100, there's been a couple of 80s, Parts has had 84, I had 72, Matt had 80, not sure what Dan, Chris Rusk, Paul, Stitch is admitting to 150, so you got to weigh in 3 hours, put them back, so we're allowed to do it, so I allowed to load a bait 5 minutes from the half time. They've been an absolute nightmare to catch down that edge. Stitch had 147. So we will see. Right, so here we go again then. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. I think Stitch is going to be untouchable, to be fair. He's like £80 in front of me. So, but I feel I could maybe put it back for second. Obviously this is voiceover, so I do put it back to second, so obviously I know what happens. Apologise about the camera angle. Poor, just set it up a bit of an afterthought really. I was hoping it wasn't going to rain, and obviously it did, so fair play, Parts was right. I was hoping it wasn't going to rain. It did, so yeah, obviously you haven't got a proper field of view, so you don't really see the millions of fish that are in the bottom left corner of the video. Gear wise, just fishing 2.4mm Dan's Elastic, which is like a hybrid 020 Maver line, the MVR, like smart rig line. Love the stuff, to be honest. A size 12 911 hook, 020 straight through, and a 0.1 gram John Walker float. That's it. Real simple. One number 8 it takes. And then fishing out, I just fished a 2.5 Trier core elastic, and again 020 straight through, same hook, size 12, 911, and a 0.2 gram John Walker float, which is just like a diamond. That's it really. Just fed 6 mils seafood pellets. So basically just a coarse pellet soaked in a seafood, which is, I think they're awesome. Made my micros out of that because they're nice and sticky. And then just fed probably about 10 pints ish of pellets and then 3 tins of corn. So I have given them a bit of bait. Obviously, that's maybe a bit too much. Like I said earlier in the video, I wish I fished our pellets long. I think I would have caught so many more fish, to be honest. This has obviously been edited, so this is all the good bits. Don't get me wrong, I've missed bites, swore. It's done my head in the last 3 hours. Don't get me wrong, I've caught, but I've had spells where you might miss like 5 bites in a row. You just think, what on earth's going on? And all of a sudden you'll catch 3 or 4 quick fish, you know? And the fish were so much bigger down the edge than what they were in open water. So you can see why it doesn't take long to do some of these massive weights.
I'm freaking 40 pound behind you. What? You reckon? Huh? So, on my way home, first part of the match was not very good at all. I was plumb last, I think, £70. 5 minutes before the first 3-hour interval, then I've larped a load of bait in, a load of pellets, bit of corn, 1 tin of corn, and hoped that they would, feed on that whilst we're weighing in and settle on it. Because I had a few fish down the edge. The first part I've had 3. but just it's just spooky. And I've tried a fishing method in shallow water, like just swinging it in, because the rub were a massive problem. I definitely should have fished hard pellets out, 1,000,000%, bad mistake. Normally, like in my experience there, obviously just load loads of pellets in and fish big bit of paste over the top, and it's happy days. But that did not happen at all. If anything, it just made it worse. You catch a carp and it was just absolutely abrupt with rudd. But if you fed pellets like I did down the edge in real shallow water, then rudd didn't come down there. I'm not sure how that worked. I never caught one rudd down the edge, whereas I've had about 5 or 6 on paste. So obviously where they're just pecking at it loads, you know, like swarms of them. So yeah, that wasn't the best. So the second part of the match, which I filmed a little bit, and obviously it rained, so I just didn't want to risk my gear, so obviously put that away. I've had £200, so I've come second overall with 270-ish. Stitch has won it, fair play. He's had 290-ish, and then I imagine Matt Collins was third, I would have thought, who was next to me. He would have had 250-ish. So all the weights are there anyway, so I don't know why I'm like saying that. So I put the weights up now so you can see it for yourself. So in a nutshell, what should I have done differently? Should just fish a nice light rig, say 13 meters, flicking it around, hard pellets, just pinging it. Should have had a baseline short, which I did, catch a few on that, see how it goes, but just been a bit sort of like narrow-minded really. And I thought I'd catch on the method in that shallow water, like I do at Larford and Alders Farm, which I've done on Ashport, like layer up loads of bait in, just put a method over the top, and they just, you know, rip the rod in, happy days on a bait runner. Couldn't be any easier, but that just did not happen, which was a little bit disappointing. Lost a couple on it, just not like tearing off, like literally like doink doink off. So not sure what I've done wrong there. They were quite cagey to begin with, and then obviously the second 3-hour match, obviously they were having it, which they always going to tip the fish back and stir up all the bottom and stuff, and obviously chuck in a load of bait, and obviously hopefully they think that you've gone home. That was the plan, and it sort of worked. Anyway, I feel I'm rubbling on, and I will catch you soon. Take care, bye.